Hello everybody, it's your girl Rhonda J here with more tales from the shelter where I go and walk some very awesome dogs in the not so very awesome heat so that you don't have to. This week I walked Akeelah and Charlie. Akeelah was a puppy, a cute little puppy too, just adorable. Puppy energy for days. So y'all know I got two old gentlemen. Some may call them curmudgeons. I call them my puppies. They're old. They're 8 years old. So all that puppy energy is something new and unusual to me. But she was great. Took her in a play yard. She was rolling around. I was throwing I was throwing little toys at her. She was great. Then when we went on the walk, I expected her to pull a lot more than she did. She did not. She just was curious and playing and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, puppy, wuppy, puppy energy. And it was really good. I really was surprised how well she was able to walk, was able to do sit. I was able to give her treats, stuff like that. It was very interesting how you're watching like dogs, and I guess like people, right? It's like you see things and you see it like you're watching it to see what happens. But to see like a puppy like sniffing all around, like, wow, whole new world. It was kind of cool to see. It was kind of cool to be like part of her development for that little bit. Then came Charlie. Charlie was a brindle baby. Is a brindle baby thickums. I like to call him just power. What was interesting about him is he wasn't a strong puller, well, to the end, but he was a powerful dog. I mean, you know, because at first I was like, that boy big. You know, he just big because they probably fed him or something too much. But I was like, no, this is a powerful dog. And his brindle. I love the brindles. Kwame's a brindle too. He's a unique tan brindle. But Charlie was this black. It almost looked like, you probably can't see it through the camera when I was recording, but it was like a weird camouflage. We were in the foliage and walking on the trail. It was really very, very interesting. He was so rewind it back. He was a strong dog in the sense that he'd run and he was playful, kind of barking and stuff like that. So again, y'all know how I feel about dogs near my face. The only dogs near my face are Kwame and Kofi. The other dogs, I'm not sure, just because I don't, you know, again, y'all remember a couple weeks ago with a certain dog, I'm not going to remind y'all of that. We just don't know, you know. And I wasn't even that close to him, you know. Well, I was close to him, but still. We just don't know what was going on with him. They were just really good dogs. Now, after a while, and I think because he got a little winded, and I totally get that, he was like, I'm ready to go in. We were like halfway through our trail. I probably took him too far, too long. So we went back to the play area. You know, I take him to the play area just in case I'm like, I need an extra run. I need to run a little bit. He didn't. He was kind of looking a little shaky, and so I took him in, guys. As soon as I opened the door, that joker pancake, bro. Now it's warm, it's hot, it's warm, it's warm, hot, humid. It's the end of June, about to be the beginning of July, and this big old dog just plow right now. I'm sitting here, like, I was like, get up, man, get up, man, get up. Get up. Here's what's interesting. This lady walked by, another volunteer. I was like, hi. This joker sits up. Soon as she's out of his eyesight, he pops back down. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, I can't believe you. And he finally was like, yo. He gets to his feet. Like a y'all, like literally like a boxer. Like somebody just juked him. And I didn't even get the door fully open before he was just laid out. I was like, bro, like, baby, like, no, come on, man. I laugh now, but I was scared. So I got him to the kennel. It was so funny. He let me get it. So of course we get in the kennel with him to take off the slip leash and the clip leash. I did that. When I tell you, that dude was over there getting his water, and I was like, oh, such a good boy, blah blah blah, smell my hand. He was like, you know what, go away, and I was like, you know what, let me do that. We're going over here, fill out my paperwork for you, and and I came back, girl. He was laying with his head. So I don't like the term, they call it the guillotine or guillotine. And so they have where the dogs can, you know, they lift up the guillotine door and they go outside. Well, to kind of keep air circulating, they have the guillotine door lifted up. My man was looking out the I love pits. I love pit bulls. He was like leaning somewhere. He's panting and he's looking out the door. And he looked back. He saw me. I said, you know what, babe, you right. Because again, I underestimated, miscalculated, didn't do the math on the math, you know. Of course, towards the end of the walk, he actually tried to run. And so if you're kind of stronger than they are when they're trying to run, it's like they're running in slow motion, but he's literally trying to gallop. And I was like, sir, please don't do this. Don't do this. So anyway, that leads me into my 2 lessons, or maybe it's 1, guys. I don't know, because it was so hot. Number 1, heat and humidity. Definitely don't try what I did at home. I tried to watch the warning signs when we were out on the trails. It's more coverage, more shade. Try to give him more water. He didn't seem open to that. It was okay. When we got to the play area, I don't remember. I mean, I think by then, like, the clouds had cleared up. The wind wasn't blowing as much, so it got hotter. I think it got hotter for him. Like I said, I started noticing a little something in the play area. That was just to kind of give us to recalibrate. So I do that just in case, again, they have a little energy they want to run out, but also for myself, because by this point, we've been slogging through the trail, and maybe they need a break, or they needed water there. There's like a old school pumpy thing. And then there's they can go and you put your foot on the button and they can get water that way. Or we go to the play areas and they have water there. So I was like, let me go to the play area and see if he can get more water. He didn't want any more water, but he looked a little worse for wear. In addition, I think he had a UTI going on. I don't know how active it was. I mean, he was able to walk, so obviously he wasn't. And I mean, he did urinate, or tried to, a lot. That's part of it. I don't know how much that had to do with him overheating or not. In this case, I would say be an advocate for your dog. I think if I had to do it again, I would have just brought him straight in. I would. I tried to go through the play area, but I mean, I would have just kept him leashed up and we just would have came in. Because it was a little dramatic how he fell. It was kind of scary. I knew he was conscious. I knew he was okay. He was trying to breathe, but still. For me as a volunteer, for you as an owner, for you as a fellow dog lover, be careful with this heat, especially that humidity. Because at this point, I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh, we got this. And we did, till we didn't, you know. So just be mindful, careful of that. And also just, I guess, along sides of that, especially for Charlie. Again, I walked him a little later. No signs of distress until he fell out. But again, I'm always like, I probably should have been paying attention. He was moving a little slower in the play area. Again, it probably should have been just a transit as opposed to, oh, you know, do you want to get some more energy out? So I have here, he didn't stop. He didn't refuse. He didn't slow down. He's not, I'm done. He did drool a little bit, but, you know, I was like, okay, he's catching his breath. And I think much like us humans, dogs push through. And sometimes that's not always good, especially when you're talking about heat and humidity. I'm a work in progress myself, so it's something I'm starting to learn here as we move into the more humid and heat, the more humidity and heat of the summer. Here we go. And so just to keep an eye on that, guys. So that was my tale from the shelter files. Well, again, I go to my local shelter to handle dogs and love up on them. Let me know what you think about this. And please don't drag me in the comments for being one of those people. I do like to keep dogs active. Again, it's a learning curve. Some dogs, like my boys now, I'm noticing even from last summer, it's not the same thing. Just in terms of their ability to cool down. You know, they don't really like shade. I have to make them stop in the shade. They don't really drink water like that. So I have to be more frequent in that. But just let me know your thoughts on this, okay? And again, make sure to pay attention to the quiet cues of potential overheating or just overexertion, okay? Guys, thank you so much for joining me. You know I'll be back next week with another tale from the Shelter Files. Take care.